Tula visits her mom, Maria, to let her know that she will be going to Greece for the reunion in her father's village because she promised that she will give his journal to his best friends. Tula goes to the airport with her husband, Ian, their daughter, Paris, Aunt Vula, and Thea. The rest of the family has gathered there to say goodbye. Once Tula and her family are in the plane, Paris recognizes Aristotle, but is not happy to see him. The problem is that his seat is literally next to hers. When they arrive in Greece, Victory, their guide, greets them all and makes Tula take the wheel and drive to her father's village. But Victory tells Tula to stop before so that they can go to the beach. After that, they get in the truck and arrive at the village. But once they have taken a picture, Victory says that she needs to leave to go rest. Aunt Vula tries to guide them, but doesn't succeed. Aristotle tries to find a place to stay, but neither the hotels nor restaurants are open. Tula recognizes a tree as one where her dad used to play with his friends Thanasis, Demos and George. A woman named Alexandra appears and greets Nico, who is Tula's brother. Then Tula asks the woman if she knows where her father's home is. Alexandra replies that it is gone due to the fire, but tells them to follow her. Alexandra invites them to her house and makes them set the table because she's making soup. Then a woman named Kamar comes out and Alexandra says that she's her helper, and she loves her as her daughter. Kamar is an orphan from Syria. Kamar instantly takes an interest in what Paris is reading, which is a philosophy book. Kamar mentions that she's studying chemistry and then takes off her necklace to give it to Paris because according to Kamar, in her culture they give gifts. Alexandra notices a paper that Tula is holding. It's the reunion plan created by Victory, who's the mayor of the town, to promote the regrowth of their dying village. Nico asks how many people live there. Alexandra says it's only 6. Tula asks who else came for the reunion, and Victory says that only she and her family did. Ian says that they came a long way to give something very important to his father-in-law's friends, so he can't believe that there's no people there. Aristotle says that he will call them a cab, but Victory says that she's also the town taxi driver, but she has arranged for them to sleep in the biggest house in the village. The family goes to the house and the first thing they notice is that there's no Wi-Fi. Nico notices Aristotle eyeing Paris too much and advises him to give her space. Suddenly, Tula gets scared because she believes she has seen a man outside her window. But either way, they all go to sleep. Except for Paris, who's concerned with a notification letter from her university which states that she has been placed on academic probation. Victory and Kamar appear to take Paris and Aristotle to a dance club. Christos, Kamar's boyfriend, shows up with drinks for them. Victory mentions that Christos' father wants him to marry a Greek, so for now they're keeping their relationship a secret. Everyone goes to the dance floor and Paris dances with Aristotle. Paris says that this year was rough for her, but Aristotle replies that she doesn't have to explain anything and to just enjoy the rest of the vacation. In the morning, Paris and Aristotle return home. A goat wakes up Thea and her loud shout wakes everyone else. After that, they take a seat to have breakfast and Victory says that the grandfather of her friend received the reunion invitation. But unfortunately, when she reads the letter she finds out that he's dead. The breakfast also gets ruined because Nico decided to shave on the table. The family decides to go get some groceries, but during the trip they notice that Alexandra is giving bread to some refugees that are arriving into the country. When they arrive at the local market, Tula uses the opportunity to ask the owner of a shop if she knows her father's friends. But nobody seems to know them. Tula and Vula get drunk, and then they return to the village. Everyone gets assigned to a station and they get to cook. Then they set the table and start eating, but because Thea drops a fork, she believes that that's a sign that someone is coming. Tula sees that the man she saw last night is approaching them. Turns out that he's Alexandra's son, Peter. Tula finds him very attractive. But the fantasy ends when Peter says that he is Tula's brother. Alexandra explains that she had a romance with Tula's father, but it happened before he left the village and met Maria. Tula's father never even knew about Peter. And then Christos appears and Peter says that that's his son. Tula's family stands up to hug them. Nico gives a toast for Kamar and Christos, mentioning that they are dating, but Peter obviously didn't know this and he's very surprised. But Kamar says that they're very in love. Thea comes in with her dish breaking the tension. The following day, Victory is trying to get everything ready for the reunion, which will take place at the end of the week. Tula calls her mom to tell her about her new brother, and Maria takes the news very well, saying that she'd love to meet him. Kamar cooks something, but Alexandra just by smelling knows that it lacks an ingredient. Tula shows Peter their father's journal and leaves to continue the search for her father's friends. Ian also wants to be of help, so he goes to the beach and finds a man that gives me a note which could help him with the search. After some time, Ian and Tula meet at a restaurant, but Tula feels bad because she believes that she can't do the one thing her father wanted her to do. Ian gives Tula the note he got. When Tula reads the note, she gets super excited and calls Nikki to tell her that Thanasis moved to Syros, Demos went to Paros and George went to Rhodes. Tula knows that Nikki was on Syros last summer, so she asks if she could make some calls and see if anyone can get the message about the reunion to those 3 men. Nikki says that she will handle it. Nikki travels to Greece with her husband Angelo, Tula's cousin, and they start asking first about Thanasis. Christos tells Aristotle and Victory that he and Kamar are getting married. Then he tells everyone else that the wedding will happen on Saturday. But then Alexandra comes in to show her disapproval and not believing that Peter is letting her do that because to Alexandra Kamar is just a refugee, and she doesn't see her in the same way as Ukrainian immigrants. Everyone tries to make the ambience feel less heavy so they all confess something. Thea says that she used to smoke, Aristotle says that he quit his job, but still pretended to go to work, and Paris says she failed her entire first year of college. Naturally, her parents are very concerned with this, but that will have to be handled later because Alexandra says that she gives Kamar and Christos her permission to get married. The reunion is taking place today, so everyone is trying to do their best to make the town look as nice as possible. They even join forces to move some rocks, allowing the river to follow its course and provide the fountain with drinkable water. When the night sets, Victory tells the men to follow Aristotle as he will lead them to the groom, and the woman to follow Paris because she will take them to the bride. Christos and Kamar are as happy as everyone else in town. And suddenly, in the most unexpected way, Nikki, Angelo and a bunch of other people arrive. At this moment, Victory knows that she was successful with her plan. Nikki hugs Tula and says she asked to find the men, and she found everyone. Nikki introduces her to Thanasis, Demos and George. Tula pulls out the picture that was taken of them when they were little. And then she hands them the diary. The men seem very happy with this, but now everyone has to continue walking to the main street where Christos announces that now they are going to dance a traditional Greek dance. And Kamar invites all the women to join her in the traditional Syrian dance. Tula doesn't want to dance because she found out that Nico used the ash neutralizing kit to bury their father in Greece. Nico says it's not too bad, and he excuses himself, saying that he did it, so their father could grow into an olive tree. Nico then says that he was also planning on taking half the urn back to their mom. But Tula believes that it's their mom's decision. However, Nico thinks that their mom can't make that type of decision right now. Nico thinks that the problem is that there's no head of the family anymore and it should be her. But Tula thinks it should be Athena because she's the oldest. After some discussion, they agree that they will share the responsibility of being the head of the family because Nico got their father back to Greece. After that, they take Peter with them so that they can release their father's ashes. Paris uses the opportunity to tell Aristotle that now he knows that the reason behind ghosting him all year was because she was partying all the time. But Aristotle is very understanding, and he agrees to take things slow now that she wants that. Aristotle and Paris share a kiss. Tula kisses Ian, and when they are heading back home, she tells us that she believes her dad knew how much they needed to go on that trip, to bring them together and help each other with the changes that life brings. They went to a reunion to bring her dad's story to his friends. They didn't know that a part of his life would be coming home with them. So now Tula's family is closer than ever, and she's thankful for that.